with the author, the writer, the critic, the poet, the dramatist, Henry Akubuiro. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Musical Taliban #1.
It's my great pleasure to be with Henry Akubuiro. Henry is author, writer, artist, nominee, listed for Nigerian Prize for Literature recently. You did not win. How do you feel?
I think I feel fulfilled. Winning a literary prize is not and should not be the ultimate thing a writer should aspire to. Being longlisted and eventually being shortlisted was an affirmation that I had something extraordinary. So I feel fulfilled that I made the shortlist, winning or not winning.
The story you were writing about is esoteric. It's something that is so different what people do not think about. Boronu, what inspired this?
Yeah, some of the greatest literary works we have in Nigeria are historical works. Take for instance Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. It was an intercourse between the white men, the colonial masters, and our forefathers. We talk about Overwhelming Obaisi by Professor Olaretumi, a historical drama that focused attention on what happened between the British imperialists and Oba Overwhelming of Benin Empire. These are masterpieces. So when I encountered the history of Biu people in Borno State, I came across the mythical, larger-than-life character, war hero called Yamtarawala, who was the first king of Biu. He was also a prince in the Kanem Bonu Empire. He was supposed to be the next king of Kanem Bonu Empire in the 16th century, but he was skimmed out of the kingship by his younger brother Omaro and the tradition of the people, which placed emphasis on the fact that the king must be naturally 100% from that locality. But Yamtarawala's mother was a princess from Yemen, and she was married to the king of Yemen, and who impregnated her before she was now remarried to the king of Ngazagamo in Kanem Bono. Ngazagamo, as we know, was the ancient capital of Kanem Bono Empire. So when he was came out of that kingship, he now decided to found his own empire through conquest, by conquering territories, traveling down south of Borno to found Biu Kingdom. So I was trying to look at power tussle. I was trying to recreate history, forgotten history that Nigerian writers, African writers haven't done justice to. Because Kanem was about one of the biggest empires.
Mansa Musa.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest empires in Africa in the ancient times. We talk about the Mali Empire, talk about Ghana Empire, talk about Oyo Empire, Benin Empire, Kanem Borno, talk about the Kingdom of Morocco, Egypt, Ethiopia. Kanem was as big as this empire, was even bigger than some of this empire because it was made up of like 5 different parts of Africa. You talk of Niger, you talk of Chad, you talk of part of Cameroon,
even the Yemen.
Yeah. So I saw this story as a gold mine. Nobody has fictionalized it or dramatized it. And I said, although I'm not from this, I was not from this place. Let me celebrate one aspect of Nigerian history and culture from other parts of Nigeria, no matter where the story was situated. So I now embarked on that story.
You made it a fiction.
I made it a drama. I dramatized it.
Okay.
Yeah, I dramatized it by bringing out elements, both reality and fiction, and also celebrating the culture of the people, which we are not used to celebrating in Nigerian drama and literature. So that was it.
Are people of Biu, how far do they know this thing you have done?
Yeah, because there was a whole lot of celebration. When the book came out and made a long list for Nigerian Prize for Literature initially, the story was buzzing. They had a community listserv and platform, so they circulated it, and the news was everywhere. people were looking for who was this Henry Akubuiro, because they thought it was written by somebody from their place. But what I did was to take the history I read in the book and to dramatize it, add elements of literature to it. So everybody was satisfied, everybody was excited. They thanked me for putting Bill on the global map of literature. It's not every day that somebody from another part of the country, and I'm an Igbo. I don't have any. I'm not an
man.
I'm an Igbo man with no relative in Borno State. No, but I saw that story and I said, let me celebrate it. That was it, and the people, everybody was excited.
Musical Taliban number one.